Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to another Last Cloudia video, and today we're going to be looking at Gilbert. Let's look at him now. So, what your eyes might be already drawn to is his special. That's a pretty big damage cap. That's one of the biggest damage caps I've ever seen. So, skill 1 and 3 aren't really that special. Skill 2, the wording is really small. Basically, it draws enemies to him when you use it, so pretty good because he gets a lot of things when he's defending and stuff. So you get some damage caps, you get some boost with his charisma, depending on how many thunder allies you have, just like everyone else pretty much has. I'm not gonna bother reading all that. It's the same as pretty much everyone else, but thunder units, or thunder units. When using a skill, can't be interrupted by most attacks, which is good. And then here's a really interesting thing. When he's attacked with an attribute, if at least he has resistance of 0 before battle start, and you got reduced from the effect of taking a battle, make the attribute resistance back to 0, and then you take damage afterwards. So it basically cleanses you, and then you take damage afterwards, which is good. When you equip armor, which you're going to be doing because he's a one-handed unit, because he gets, when equipped with another weapon, you get a damage cap, pretty substantial one. Sorry, I got allergies. Anyways, an armor equipped, armor defense, and mine 100%, which is actually huge. Physical counter damage taken 40%, which is pretty big, and the nullified defense piercing effects from enemy attacks, which is huge. So he's like a god of defense, but also he can do a lot of damage. I think you can cheese out his special with certain equipment and things. So obviously he's the Thunder Leader. And then we're gonna scroll down. What's Night Zone 2? Okay, good. Anyways, he gets a lot of SC saving stuff, just like everyone on all the new units do. But we're gonna read this stuff. There's a lot of small text, but sizably short and faint time, which is good. And then when you recover from faint, you restore 50% HP, and also you get a strength 65% buff. And also your HP recovery cap is increased, I guess. Okay. And the amazing thing for this, usually these kind of abilities are like once per wave or once per battle, but it doesn't specify that. So you can continuously get 50% HP recovery if you recover from faint. That's in its own way, that's incredibly broken. Alright, so here's a lot of text. I have to literally look closer to my screen to see it. When you're close to death, you restore HP a lot, and you get a buff. When you get the buff, max HP, is it saying minus 95%? There's no way that's true. I can barely, it almost looks like a minus symbol. I really hope that's not a minus symbol, because that would be terrible. But you enemy draw +2, and physical and magical physical and magic encounter damage taken 99% less. Minus 99%. So that might be, your at max HP is reduced by 95%, but then you take literally almost no damage for that duration of 12 seconds. So that's the trade-off. So I guess it doesn't matter if your HP is, almost nothing, because you won't take any damage. You'll take so minimal damage because of 99% mitigation for all damage. I'm not gonna bother reading that one because I would normally say I don't like these kind of abilities, but it's only one ability at least. When a thunder weapon equipped, you get some stuff, good, and then power smash a lot more. Oh my god, I was prepared for this, but I still is ugh. Boost special damage based on number of attacks taken, so that's good. Synergy. For thunder attacks, count one hit, and then he gets more hits and stuff. So good. Resets when using special. So yeah, you gotta be careful about that. But yeah, he's good. I feel like he's actually probably one of the best units in the game now. And this guy just came out of nowhere. Gilbert. I really feel like he's really good. And I think that he had to be good because lightning, or I keep saying lightning, thunder is not the biggest prevalent element in the game currently. 2P exists, and Guile really technically you really wouldn't use Guile for anything but PvP, but he exists, I suppose. But that's it. Or you don't know, right? Ryu, not Guile. Ryu. You might want to use it. I don't know. So Gilbert is a really strong DPS, but on top of that, he's also a tank. So he's filling the spot as your tanks, you know, thing like that, instead of just being your DPS. But he can be obviously be a DPS. Look at that. Look at that damage cap. Pretty big, because you can increase this by a lot by using a lot of special damage increases that you may have gotten over the years. So I'm going to give Gilbert a pretty big number, but let's see what he can actually do in the game itself. Let's see what they've got us in this thing here. So they have us paid equipment, and also that you are rewardable to be looking at, and then Amulet of the Vow. So you take less damage. Okay. We'll be looking at his arc afterwards, and then his paid equipment after the review is over. Let's see what we've got here. So I want to turn auto off. Okay, so skill 1. He doesn't charge to it, so this skill I'm not really sold on that too much. So then you go like, let's check this out here. Yeah, that's the, you have to do skill 1 and 2. And then pretty standard stuff. I mean, skill 1 is not going to be that amazing, but skill 2 and 3 is fine. Now let's look at his let's look at this. The huge damage cap thing. It's very powerful. Even only 2 hits, that's very powerful. But obviously, he's not going to be able to take advantage of Combo Master, if anyone's still using those. But yeah, I think he's good. You obviously need to put a lot more special stuff on him, because I don't think this pre-built probably doesn't have a lot of special stuff on him. So you're just going to need those. He has a 2 hit special, that's why the damage cap is so high. Because it's basically making up for the amount that there's not a lot of hits. But you could, like, get a bunch of hits in first and then use it afterwards as like a finishing maneuver. So yeah, I'm gonna give this guy a 9 out of 10. Very good unit. Definitely worthy of leading this Thunder category, because it's extremely lacking right now. There are not very many options for lightning or Thunder units. I'm sorry for saying lightning so much, but yeah, he is good. 9 out of 10 for him, and then we're gonna look at the arc. All attribute damage taken 20%. That's pretty big. Battle start, add 50% defense to strength, and then give defense 50% buff for 10 seconds. And then give all allies and attribute weakness damage taken. That's pretty big. This is like a defensive arc, of course. This is, yeah, that's pretty good. Thunder damage taken, enemies faint or break, whatever. It's not that big of a deal. Life 4, fine. Fair and square is pretty good, but that cost is way too high for the cost for the effect that it has. That's way too high. 14, this should be like an 8 cost at least. So fair and square might, you know what? That's not, that's way too pricey. And then armor mega boost. When armor is equipped, defense 20%, physical damage taken 10%. Yeah, this is good. 12 SC cost, but I think you could actually fit this in, because it actually does help him out tank quite a bit. So this arc is gonna get like an 8. Alright, so... Oh, I forgot to look at his paid equipment. Now that the review is over, we're going to look at his paid equipment, and if I remember correctly, both of them are good. Which is not usual. Usually one or the other are the good ones, so... Okay. This attack is not that high, but it's still good, I suppose. So you get a more in your charisma there, so it's 1,000% more, and then you get 20% damage cap, and then battle start you restore your skill 2's SCT by 10 seconds, which is what you'd want. So that's good. You get your enemy drawn +1. +1, and then you get a flat 10% HP increase, which is good. You get a damage check and 20%, and then you boost your defense while all HP is left by 50%. And then you also get a resistance to the status ailment here. So both of these are actually really good. You probably would want to go for the weapon because it boosts your charisma, so it boosts your overall damage. But this is also really good, so if you can get both, then just get both. But obviously not everybody can get both, so probably just get the weapon. Alright, so we're gonna see if we can get him for free. Where is it? Okay, let's see if we can get him for free, because there is a few people in my Discord who was able to get him for free. Apologies for the noises, by the way. I just have... my allergies are like 11 out of 10 right now. Oh, we got screwed. That sucks. We got nothing out of that, man. I was actually really hoping we were gonna get something there. Alright, so... I guess we'll just use these for the video. I usually wait until I have 10, but I don't know if you can even get 10. So let's just skip ahead because it's only 4 tickets. Okay? Oh man! I cannot believe we just got the UR on 4 tickets. I was hoping that was going to be the unit. When it flashed, I really thought it was going to be Gilbert. Of course, as always, for some reason I'm built that way where I'm going to get the UR here instead of getting the unit, even though the unit has a better chance of, you know, getting, so. I think I will do a little tiny bit of pulls, but you can't see it, but I don't have very many crystals. I guess you can see it here. I'm actually really worried if I'm not going to get them, but... first pull magic, perhaps? First pull magic? Oh, we didn't get a 3. We did not get 3 transitions, so that means we're not going to get anything. That's unlucky. Sometimes it'll go red immediately, or, you know, it takes a little bit. Okay, we're gonna get a red, but it's an arc. Unfortunately, it's not a unit. So I don't know if we're gonna get him. I don't have very many gems. Okay, we're getting unlucky. Alright, well, this is my last pull that I can do. Last pull, perhaps? Can we... Okay, so it's red right away. 2 reds. Unlucky. Very unlucky. Oh, come on. Well, hopefully I can get it from the free pulls, I guess. That's it. That's all I've got. I can do a daily, but I mean, it's nothing that I come from it. You gotta do what you gotta do. You gotta try with what you got. Let's just try for this. Just skip. We didn't get anything. Well, I tried. Alright guys, hope you can get him if you're gonna pull. He's very, very solid. I was kind of hoping to get him so I could, you know, try and build up a Thunder team eventually, but I just spent all my gems and then getting him, so, you know, of course I would get the UR. I would trade in the UR arc for getting the unit, honestly. Because the arc is good, but it's not you know, amazing or anything. So, I guess that's it. Thank you guys very much for watching. Appreciate ya. See you in the next video. Peace.